Hello everyone and welcome to Quality Games. Today we are having part 5 of the Macedonian campaign in Alexander expansion for Rome Total War. And without further ado, let's begin our first battle, which unfortunately is going to be a bridge battle. So our aim in this episode is to secure the areas we have conquered at least once before, and after that, or at the same time rather, Alexander will continue to push eastwards. Okay, I guess these are the troops with which we hopefully will win. Okay, some spearmen there to wait for us. I think we will fire javelins before we want to engage with anything. And I think it's going to be these phalangists that go first. What? Is this really so much friendly fire? Come on. I mean, this is embarrassing. Really embarrassing. So I guess I managed to kill thrice as many of my own troops than I managed to kill enemy troops. Well, that's one way to fight this kind of battles. Okay, they're coming this way. Oh, unfortunately, not quite brave enough to come across. So, it needs to be done one by one. Okay, once again, not quite willing to follow us all the way. Well, at the very least, here is a lesson learned. I guess that's the impetus trait affecting them. And those guys perhaps have a bit smaller shields, so they take a bit more damage. I just hope that our phalangists will be able to do. Okay, those were actually really good volleys. So let's send in the elite first. And apparently the elite does not want to use the pikes here. This is going to be messy. Good. Push forward and hopefully we can form the phalanx this time. be really nice to be able to take down that enemy general. Okay, at least some of the units are breaking. Okay, nice.
The enemy general is dead. His men
I guess that's clear enough.
worthy of great soldiers.
And I guess I inflicted more casualties on myself than the enemy. Okay, and we can advance. Perhaps even to lay siege of Tyre. Could we actually hire mercenaries? Yes, we can. Oh, I should have sent the mercs that way, but I guess... Oh, well, so much for that. We have some money left. And some sieges are going on. We could recruit mercenaries there as well. But I think it's prudent to train troops. So this army will head towards Egypt, while Alexander will continue to push towards east. And let's hope we can keep this area here, where the situation is perhaps most problematic at the moment. Okay, we have a new general. Good. Susa is doing okay. And now let's send the mercenaries to help out. Actually, let's send these guys to Susa and these guys towards Amida.
My lord?
And I think Alexander and mercenaries can continue towards Susa already. And perhaps we could even raise taxes a bit. At least in Babylon, in Amida, not in Hatra, in Issus too, in Lampsacus clearly, Halicarnassus not at least yet. But the public order is looking rather good in these areas.
My lord? Not possible, sir.
And perhaps this need to be fought manually.
Await my orders.
Okay, let's knock down the wall from 3 sections. Phalangists will march in, and the missiles will support. And since the generals are quite vulnerable in this campaign, I think we will just try to stay out of the battle as much as possible. So that bodyguard is rather large. Let's hope that tower doesn't get any hits.
Our soldiers are at
Apparently
the
it did
walls.
not get.
Now they must batter a way through. Our soldiers are at the gates. Now they must batter a way through. Our soldiers have done their work well. The
Okay,
battering
good.
ram has broken through the gate. The gods have smiled on us today. The walls are broken. Our troops should be ordered forward.
Okay, some barbarian reinforcements coming in. Let's secure the back there
Our soldiers have done well this day.
and form
The
up
walls are
here
taken.
with these hoplites. Okay. Looking rather decent at the moment.
Units! The General! Hurry! Infantry! Infantry! Units! Infantry!
And I guess these guys can guard our back there.
Cavalry! Units! Make haste! Infantry! Units!
Let's bring the phalanxes forward
Units! General! Units! Units!
along with the remaining missile troops.
Units! Run! Destroy them! Units! Units! Attack!
Okay.
Infantry! Quickly! Infantry!
And kind of vanguard here
Waiting for orders!
so that the rest of the troops can form up.
Infantry!
Let's put those guys a bit more forward,
Units! Infantry!
and these guys can begin to advance.
Infantry! Units!
The
And
enemy king has been
Okay.
killed. This will surely
so
make
that
him
was
follow
actually
his
enemy
waver.
king.
Units! Double time!
We managed to do at least some damage there.
Waiting! Units! Units! Attack! Orders completed, Commander! Attack!
And we are the rest of the troops.
Infantry! Quickly! Ready!
Oh,
Unit!
we might need some reinforcements against those guys. Okay, then again, perhaps not.
General! Unit! General! Infantry!
Okay, at least one of our units was broken. But this should be it rather soon. Okay, not perhaps the cleanest of victories, but rather nice victory nonetheless. And I think our northern
Glorious victory!
border should be rather well protected. Let's retrain troops, and actually we could train phalangists there. But let's go with Temple of Zeus first. And so practically we cannot get farther this way. And I guess there is a Persian city. So let's bring in the fleet here. Okay, there is port. So next turn this army will march towards the port, and then hopefully we can take the Persian city there. Okay. Some Scythian troops still in the area. Could we build something? I think this is good, because our troops could travel a bit faster.
My lord! Orders, sir!
And I think I dare to auto-resolve this one.
Victory and honor!
Nice enough, and it seems the population amount is rather small, so because of that I chose to occupy it instead of exterminating. And we will leave some troops behind while the rest of the army continues towards Egypt. And let's see if we can have some reinforcements. Yes, we can, that's always nice. And let's train some troops there. In Babylon, the construction projects are going okay. Next turn Alexander can move out once again. Perhaps here we could train more troops. And I think we have a turn. And it's going to be a defensive battle in Halicarnassus. Let's hope we have enough troops to win it. And once again I think we will have the kind of basic formation for defensive battles. So the phalanxes can keep the flank secured, while the hypaspists will take care of the middle. And let's begin. Let's hope the battering ram reaches the gates and that siege tower will burn down. They are outnumbering us quite heavily. They have 2.5 times the troops we have, but at least the towers are doing something. Oh, and the battering ram reached the gates. So it's really nice because now the enemy army should come through the gates and these towers should fire, at least for the moment. Unfortunately, these towers will be taken, but perhaps we can do some damage there. And apparently we are doing some damage.
The ladders have reached the walls, but the enemy have to still get inside the settlement.
Okay, and the gateway remains under our control, so they are suffering quite nice casualties here, especially from that burning oil. Nice. So it would be really cool if one could issue a command to the gateway not to fire at the battering ram, because this seems to be really efficient. Unfortunately now the gateway is lost, but the casualties it dealt were quite significant, and I think you guys could fire some missiles here. Another good thing is that when the gates are knocked down, then if you capture the gateway, the enemy will still try to flee, because if the gates are closed, the enemy kind of thinks that it has to fight to death, and that of course makes the situation once again quite a bit more difficult. And I think we should try to hit those archers rather soon. I guess soon, like now. That at least gave us some breathing space. But there are some more archers. still coming in.
The enemy general is running away. This is no way for a leader to behave. But in
I guess we
battle,
need
it
to
is
wait
beyond
for those
belief.
card aches
The gods be praised. The enemy
join the
general is
battle
dead. His men know their doom
before
approaches.
we can start chasing them down in earnest. Those archers are actually quite annoying.
Attacking us!
Okay, time to go.
Charge! Unit, charge! Unit, charge! Unit, charge!
And perhaps we should take the gateway there. Okay, nice. And we still have some archers.
The gods be praised.
And let's try to
The
make
enemy's
sure
hearts
that
are full of fear,
this
and
army
now
won't
they
be
flee.
coming back, or rather none of its troops. Okay, decent enough,
This is a glorious
and I think that army was destroyed practically. Oh, and I guess we can just auto-resolve this one. That almost sounded like a yelping of a dog when the enemy captured the settlement, or kind of the troops perished in there or something like that. Okay, but I think we can begin retraining those guys, and at the same time Alexander
Yes, Strategy! Yes,
can get out, or actually
My lord!
let's leave these guys to defend.
Move out!
They are not that good in battle. Oh, there is a rather large army, so we need reinforcements. And perhaps we should get the reinforcements
Onward!
next turn. And train one more unit of hoplites here.
Yes, Strategy!
Amida should be holding, and Isus as well. Tyre seems to be doing okay.
Attack!
And here most definitely need to retrain. Troops,
Ships ready! Set
ships
sail!
ready. And oh, we have the new general here.
Yes, Strategos! Sir!
And I think some hoplites
Forward!
should be quite enough
Destroy them!
to keep that
Strategos!
city happy enough. Perhaps we can take these hyperspists with us. Okay, we are ready there. And perhaps we could even bring some reinforcements to this area soon. And I think we have a turn. Okay. The siege has been lifted. Unfortunately, we are a bit short on money.
Destroy them!
Fortunately, here the defenses are quite meager.
Siege, sir!
Perhaps we should lower the taxes a bit here.
So, destroy them!
Come on.
And order! Prepare for battle! Victory! Yes! Ready!
And next turn we are ready to move out. Oh, did I forget to bring the troops? Perhaps
My
not.
lord!
And I think these should suffice.
Forward!
And then let's take Alexander and most of the other troops from here.
Binding troops! Yes,
And even that big army should fall before us.
ready!
And there is not too much else we can do at the moment. Perhaps
My lord, sir!
this additional army can begin to move towards Byzantium. And we have a turn. Okay, Issus is besieged once again.
Ready to sail!
Let's land. Oh, that was rather a lucky landing.
Settlements, sir!
So basically, we don't need the fleet there anymore. Let's bring it here.
Sir! Move out!
The army is waiting. And, okay, I guess Tyre will be besieged rather soon. There is only one unit as a garrison there. And we most definitely could use some mercenaries for Alexander. I guess auto-resolve was... okay. So we have captured Alexandria. I think we can exterminate it. Oh, and it's not actually Alexandria, it's something else. And we don't actually have too much money.
Yes, Stratego!
But on the positive side, the garrison requirements shouldn't be too big here.
Orders!
So we can besiege this settlement right away.
Settlement under siege, sir!
And here... okay. And let's send this guy here and take some
Strategos!
real fighters
Forward!
to the army.
Orders! Destroy them!
Okay, some chariots, rather decent army, but I think... and some missile, but for once we are having missile superiority, so we can kind of force them to attack us or suffer heavy casualties if they decide to avoid us.
On my order! Infantry!
And these units form a nice core to our phalanx line,
Infantry!
supported by
Unit! Make infantry! Mercenary hop!
these, and then again I think
Missiles! Missiles! Missiles!
we can collect
Unit! Stand and fight!
the missile units here, and we don't want to use flaming ammo. These guys can guard the flanks, and we have a decent enough amount of cavalry, though I should perhaps get rid of some of those weaker units. Okay, so they are actually charging, I guess. Well, that's nice. I guess. These guys actually have a rather nice range, to be honest. Okay, I guess we want to take down those chariots ASAP. You should hit those chariots. I don't want that they get to engage Alexander.
The gods have filled the enemy general with fear. Now he flees the field like a coward.
Okay, those are broken. Perhaps we could hit that Arcanian cavalry. Then again, they are heavy cavalry, so perhaps a bit hard to damage properly. But these guys have quite a lot of missiles. Okay. Actually, the flanks are doing rather badly at the moment. So let's bring these guys to safety here.
The gods have filled the enemy general with fear. Now he
Okay, I
flees the
guess
field
they
like
are
a coward.
pulling back. So let's see if we can inflict some extra casualties here.
Charge! Units! Missiles! Advance! Units! Units! Charge! Units!
Great gods be praised!
Oh.
The enemy general is
I got
dead.
scared that
Fear
it's
makes a hole
Alexander.
in our enemies' hearts.
Units! Units! Charge!
The enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
Orders completed. Units! 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 Charge!
Okay, and let's try not to kill all of that unit. I think this was rather decent battle. Some casualties suffered, but that should be one Persian army less to worry about. And of course the road forward should be open.
Victory!
Okay, there are some defenders there.
Yes, Strategos! Yes, Strategos! Orders! So, yes, Strategos!
So let's begin the siege.
Besieging settlements, sir!
Can we have mercenaries? No, we cannot.
Yes!
But we can have at least some of our troops with Alexander.
Yes, my lord. Yes.
Okay, so practically
My lord.
almost everyone.
Orders.
Good. And next turn we should try to get a bit reinforcements as well. And I think we have... oh, there was only one defender. So that of course means that
Yes, Order. Order.
there is an opportunity.
Prepare for battle. Besieging settlement.
Oh.
Sir. Settlement.
Then again,
under
that's not
siege,
good.
Sir. Yes.
Well, let's send some additional cavalry. Perhaps we can take the settlement.
Settlement under siege, sir.
That would be one less thing for the Persians to gather their troops. Okay, let's finish the turn and see what happens. So Tyre will be besieged.
We are under
I think the walls should be able to hold the enemy back. And I guess the siege of Issus proved to be a bit too difficult.
ready. Set sail. Yes, Strategos.
And can we actually get across? Yes, we can. Nice. And I think
March.
we will go through Halicarnassus
Yes, sir.
to get some additional troops.
My lord.
Here we can have some mercenaries. Let's have them, and I think we dare to auto-resolve this one.
Victory and all.
And that's nice. So now we have Egypt. And we can start heading back rather soon. Perhaps these should be repaired. Was trying to Susa build here. That should improve trade quite a bit. And can we have mercenaries? Yes, we can. But this is going to be a difficult city to beat or take.
Yes, strategos.
I think Hatra will fall rather easily. And perhaps Tanais could use one additional unit for defense. Of course, now we should take, and since it's immortals, I think we need to fight this manually.
Mercenaries. Units, run. Ram.
And of course, since it's immortals, they have those bows,
Double time.
which are going to be a bit difficult, and they are spearmen. So I guess our phalanx will be enough against them in melee, but we want to conserve its strength
Our soldiers have done their work well.
so that it can actually do that melee well enough. That's a flanking force, but I think these guys
The walls are taken.
can be kind of sacrificed.
Mercenaries, medium mercenaries.
So they can begin to exchange missiles with those immortals. And let's hope they will soon lose all of their missiles. And of course, some additional damage here is rather nice. And I think we can begin to advance these troops.
Mercenaries, we're being attacked. Quickly. Charge! Attack quickly. Go, go, go! With all haste. Attack!
The gods be praised! The enemy general is dead! His men know their doom.
Okay,
This is
not
a
so
heroic
immortal now.
Worthy of great.
And let's make some roads. Okay, so at least these troops can join the defense in here. That's rather strong army against Tyre, but we should be able to bring reinforcements rather soon. And then
My lord.
I think we have what it takes to take Sinope, even in auto-resolve. Yeah, some casualties, but the result was decent enough. And next turn, this army can begin to march forward. Just wondering what I should do with that city that Alexander is besieging. Perhaps some reinforcements
My lord.
would be enough to take the settlement next turn. Let's hope so. Okay, so that army switched targets to Hatra. Issus is besieged once again. Perhaps we could actually even leave one general
Orders! Orders!
as a governor, Halicarnassus.
My lord! My lord! Move out!
So, yes, Strategos.
My lord! Orders!
Combining troops. So,
Still 3 units.
Orders! Orders!
onward.
And we are ready to aid their next turn.
Onward!
Perhaps one additional unit of hoplites will be good there. And Rakotis is doing okay. We shouldn't actually leave too big of a garrison here.
Yes,
Only the men that are needed.
Onward. My lord. Sir. Orders.
Well, let's hope that's going to be enough. Or perhaps one more unit.
My lord.
Okay.
Yes, Strategos.
And the rest of the army can march forwards, and we have quite a few of mercenaries here. Unfortunately not here.
Orders.
So,
Orders. Orders.
these mercs will have to move aside a bit. Oh, and unfortunately we cannot join armies just yet.
Onward!
That's a bit unfortunate. And I think we should bring those troops out soon as well. This brings some extra income, actually rather nice amount. Oh. Trying to Susa some roads. And I think we have a turn. And defense of Tyre.
Await my orders. My lord. Infantry.
So basically we can have
Double time.
once again phalanxes on our flanks.
Unit.
I'm afraid that this is going to be a bit difficult battle. The enemy army is quite big.
Standing. Unit. Unit.
Let's conserve some ammo there. Okay. And let's once again hope that the battering ram is not going to burn down. But that siege tower most definitely could burn down. But alas, that's not going to be the case, and the battering ram is burning down.
The ladders have reached the walls, but the
Unfortunate.
enemy have to still get inside the settlement.
So we have to settle
The enemy like
for
the walls with the towers.
couple of
Now only
percent
swords and
of
brave hearts can hold
casualties
this
for the enemy.
place.
So
Look
they
to the inner
have to
defenses.
double
The
our
walls have fallen to
numbers.
the enemy, and the gods have abandoned us.
Some light cavalry, heavy cavalry, which is missile heavy cavalry. Quite a lot of cavalry actually. Some annoying peltasts and Mardian archers. Then some light spears, it seems. So, I think if we manage to hold against that enemy cavalry, we will be in decent enough position. And let's hope those guys find off from the walls. Since the cavalry is coming first, I think we can fire at will. Okay. Unfortunately, that was only light cavalry. Luckily, those guys are winded. It will make the battle so much easier. And they are even actually flanking us. Seems the AI has learned some new tricks. Still some missiles left. And the enemy general is joining the fray. The flanks are holding rather well. I think it's soon time to start hunt down the enemies. Perhaps we need to send out some help
The
here.
gods have filled the enemy general with fear.
Okay.
Now he flees
Nice.
the field like a coward. The gods be praised! The enemy general is dead! His men know their doom approaches!
Oh, Jep's not out.
The gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now they flee!
And that's a bit too many enemies getting away, but I guess they are just getting away.
This is a victory fit for the gods!
So the enemy army was not destroyed, but at least it was forced back. I think we will pull back at least a bit. This will give us some time. And so far the situation is looking rather good. Isus has been relieved. Oh, and we have those mercenaries available in here. Grecian archers, actually, that's nice.
My lord,
We have this reinforcing
orders.
army here. And I guess that 1 star is more important than the reinforcements. Persepolis is ours. And we can have a nice amount of units actually from here and of good quality as well. Next turn I think Alexander can continue towards Carmena.
Orders. Orders.
This army must be dealt with, and this one as well. But I think they can wait for the next episode. So, oh, and before I forget, let's retrain and build anything we can in here. Perhaps in Isus as well. Okay, so this is everything for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to post comments, give advice, ask questions and so on. Have a great rest of the day. Quality Old Games out.